I watched this video going around talking about if you was in a wilderness in a jungle, and I don't know why do I have this on like this. I have no idea. Oh, I know why, Lord. Yeah, I've been looking crazy all these videos. It's would you feel comfortable? Would women feel more comfortable or safe in a if they were just in the woods? And door number one, I run into a crazy ass bear, and the door number two, I run into a man, and I don't know anything about this man. But what would I feel? What would I rather go up against? And a lot of people are saying bear. I think it's sad as fuck. I'm gonna tell you what I think about and what it is, then I'm gonna tell you like what I would choose. So number one, I think it's a sad state of affairs where women are that afraid. Now who knows whether if this is a real situation where they would still say that. But based on what I'm seeing online, it's sad. It actually affected my vibration a little bit, seeing how real it is with women not being feeling safe around men. That is really sad. And men have to collectively own, even if it's not you. See, I think sometimes when people say y'all need to own it, we're not trying to say that you did it. I just don't. Obviously, every man is not hurting women, but however, it's just things have to collectively own. Let me give you an example. I actually believe in a black community that women are verbally abusive towards men. They say all type of shit, and it's really fucked up. They talk to niggas like they like not human. And I've always found it disturbing. Though I don't handle men like that, I can collectively own how black women have been verbally abusive to men. I can do it. All right. So now that I show you what it's like, I think every man that's ever watching this should be able to understand why. And if you don't understand why, try listening to what women are saying. I mean, they're saying at least if I got attacked by a bear, then people wouldn't ask me what I was wearing. If I got attacked by a bear, people would believe me. They're saying at least if I get ate up, the worst that can happen is I get ate up. With a man, you could be tortured and trafficked and all kind of shit. I love men, but I can't act like I don't understand where they're coming from with that. I do get that. And if we're looking at it straight emotionally, then go for the bear. A lot of people are saying it's a good chance the bear will leave you alone. So they'd rather take their chances with the bear. Okay, so that's how social media feels. That's how the men, and then the men are not taking any accountability. They're acting like they don't understand what women are saying. And, and I do think that should shift. I think that men need to motherfucking understand, like look at the statistics on men and on gender-based violence and, how often we're hurt, assaulted. I mean, ain't nobody making it up. Look at the numbers, and you'll see that men have definitely abused their power for years over women. I mean, nobody can deny that. All right. But now let's talk about what I would choose and how I would do it. Now, my first instinct was say the man. I was like, shit, I take the man. Now, the reason why I would take the man is because I don't have the same set point of fear and distrust when it comes down to men, because honestly I've never been assaulted or anything like that. Now I've been put in uncomfortable situations. I've definitely been like, what the fuck nigga, whatever, cat caller, all of that, sure, but I don't have a traumatic experience. And I think a lot of these women have a traumatic experience, and that I can never diminish. But since we're talking about Sydney, now I'm going to bring it to me. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm talking about me. I would go for the man. And I'll go for the man based off my emotion and based off just logic. Okay. So, I would go for the man. So this is how I broke it down to my friend. So everything is a 50-50 chance. Okay. There's a 50-50 chance that the bear may leave your ass alone. You could say, hey, bear, and scare him away, and you'll be fine. And then there's 50-50 chance that you are dead, that he is going to kill you, and that's it. You're going to die a pretty slow death, because it's not like they efficient killers. They're not going to go for your neck and just hope you die soon. It's going to be a slow death, even if you maul you and run away. I mean, it's going to be, it's not going to be a quick, easy death, right? So then on the man side, it's a 50-50 chance. A 50-50 chance it could be a part of the search team that's a good Samaritan that is really going to help me get to safety. Or he could be Jeffrey Dahmer. That's it. So the bear, So we've addressed. So the best case scenario is he goes away. But that's not really good, because guess what? The minute that the bear leaves me alone, I'm going to be thinking, oh my God, I wish I had a man out here to protect me. Oh my God, I wish I had a man out here to help me chop this wood, to help me survive, to help me, to be a partner. I would be wishing for another woman. I do wish for a man. I want your strength. I want your bravery. I want the things that men come with, and all that. So I'd be, after the bear gone, bitch, I'm be wishing I had a nigga to help me. And so, he'll leave me alone and I'm still alone. So that's the great scenario, right? But okay, so that's as good as it's gonna get with the bear. The worst it's gonna get is I'm dead. If the bear decides to kill me, that is it. There's no out running, out climbing, out swimming, nothing. You can't even, a lot of bears can't even shoot. They just get mad when you shoot them. There is no set of balls you can hit him in. There's no poking his eye out. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, and it is not going to be a pretty sight. And actually, let me tell you what's even worse than dead with the bear. He can maul you and you can survive. So I'll be hideously ugly my whole life. I would rather death. Okay, or I could be missing it all. I'm not interested in life like that. Go ahead and kill me. So is such thing as worse than death with the bear. The worst that he could, a lot of them saying the worst he could do is kill you. No, you could be mauled and absolutely be missing your jaw and the side of your face for life and be a fucking monster your whole life. I'm good on that. All right. So that's what can happen with the bear. Now with the man, the worst case scenario is I could be, I don't know, raped, beaten, maybe sacrificed to some tribe or something. It could be some weird shit going on, but everybody keep talking about rapes. Let's use rape since that's the worst case thing. That would suck. That could really suck. And you could be raped over and over again, right? If he decides to attack you. But guess what? If he decides to attack me, unlike the bear, I can't outrun him. I can outrun him. I have a chance. Women have beat niggas' ass quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get a stick, a brick, a rock, and bust a nigga over the head. You can bust him in the balls. You can poke his eyes out. You have a chance of winning and escaping. If he tie you up, you have a chance of escaping. There's so many ways to get out of that, alive. And I'll just have some psychological damage from being raped. But there's therapy for that. There are many people who live good lives after sexual trauma, and they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, keep talking about rape, I could get beat up and, at least I just get punched a few times. With the bear, you're disfigured, but my whole thing is there's a chance, in the worst case scenario that there is at least a 50-50 chance again that I could get away and I could be fine. All right. But then if he decides to help me, the best scenario with the man outweighs the best scenario with the bear, because if he does decide to be a good person, I have somebody to protect me, to hunt with me, go gather shit, we can get out this bitch alive. You know what I'm saying? We can get out of the jungle. It'll all be great. The best scenario outweighs that 100%. It's really no discussion there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the bear versus that. But I absolutely feel like it is now this is trigger warning. It's probably not even the right subject to say this on, but my friend was like, shit, the worst thing that happened to me is I get some dick. Shit, I just had to learn to like it. Shit, I didn't take the play. I just had to get with it. I was like, you did. But okay, we know rape is not a laughing matter. But that's what my other friend said. I was like, look, man, I just we don't want to be in either scenario, but I'm not fucking with no goddamn bear. There is no reasoning with the bear if he does decide to attack you. And if he does decide to, if that bear decide to walk away, then you got to worry about the next one that's coming. And if he going to be nice again. At least with the bear, with the man, I got some help around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A real partner. So, yeah, I feel like, I don't have a fearful disposition. Now, of course, I'm not going to be stupid. Like, I'm not going to, I walk around with that, y'all need, and a lot of people need to start watching the news. Another thing y'all not gonna agree with me on is you got to start watching the goddamn news, which give you attention to expands. I'm not gonna sit there and watch. That's why I can only handle true crime shit in small doses. Every now and then I get kind of sucked into Jeffrey Dahmer or the one of them serial killers, but I can't ingest that a lot because you be crazy as hell. Shit. Fucking around with that. You know what I'm saying? Like your subconscious mind is very sensitive to what you put in it. So I don't really. That's why I had to stop looking into this topic. I'm just talking about it now because it's trending and it's actually a good discussion. But like, I just don't really like, I don't want to just get in my mind and men are evil and dangerous. I feel like men are loving and good and that they do the best that they can and that I'm always safe around men. Because it's honestly been my experience, I've had some emotional shit happen, but as far as physical safety, I'm very fortunate to never have been any kind of physical or sexual abuse as far as like a man, rape, nothing like that. And so I'll never be able to see it through their lens, and I acknowledge that, and I'm not acting like that's not a thing. Like I'm never the type that's gonna be like dismissing anybody's experience. But I do understand how they feel 1,000,000%. They do. Women as a whole absolutely have something to be afraid of if we're looking at the numbers. And there's nothing about the numbers. Now, one person did say, can't really compare the numbers because, of course, more men are attacking women than bears are attacking people. Most folks are just hanging around fucking bears. So that don't really compare. But I get what they're trying to say. Men, I'm going to leave this with a message. Men, please listen. Listen. And I do think you need to also check your homies. If you are not doing anything shiesty, but your homeboy is, check that nigga or disassociate. You have to start holding other men accountable. Just like if I notice my homegirl being a little bit too rough on that man emotionally, I'm gonna step in and say, you need to chill. So that's the same thing we need to do there. So it's not always about you. It's about checking your neighbor, like checking your homie, checking your brother. Stop protecting these abusive ass niggas that was abusive. You can come forth and say, no, you did hit that woman. You can do that. You can actually be a part of the solution. So acting like you don't know what's going on because you're not personally doing it. Come on now. We all have to collectively hold each other accountable or this society is gonna go to shit. Okay, so that's what I gotta say to men. If you are one of the good ones, you are loved, you are appreciated. Thank you for always making women feel safe. Thank you for being a good human. I appreciate you when I see you, and you're not clumped in with them, but in a way you kind of are, because you do have to just own and just sometimes apologize on behalf of your people. Okay, just like I just did with the women. So women, get in your power. Learn manifestation and law of attraction. It is a frequency of vibration that everybody vibrates on, and victims and villains are all the same frequency. So raise your frequency. Get the book Asking It Is Given. Read about manifestation. Read about law of attraction. Read about the law of vibration. Read about that. Really just apply those things, and you will walk around this earth feeling safe and invincible because you are God. You're not vulnerable because you're a woman. That is a belief. So we have to do that. Just like I feel like people just who have racial problems always attracting racial shit. It could be the same thing. So I'm not victim blaming, I'm victim empowering, because that's the only way we're going to win here. We really have got to get into our motherfucking power. I choose to believe that men love me and that men take care of me, and that I feel safe around men. Obviously, everybody sees the hobo with a creeper around the corner, and we avoid them. You know what I'm saying? Just like I believe in my safety. I believe like people steal from me, but I'm not gonna go waving cash in a motherfucking township in South Africa. Like, come on, we're gonna have our common sense, but at the same time, you don't have to walk around in fear. That is something that can be healed. Seek therapy. I think both parties, men and women, need to go to therapy. Find you a therapist that works for you. Religion is not the answer. You do need to find law of attraction, some type of meditation, and some type of a therapist or coach to help you with this. Everybody involved. Women need it. If you ain't never been assaulted but feeling afraid, seek therapy. If you are a victim and a survivor, yes, go ahead, girl. Surviving, seek therapy, as I'm sure you already are. Men, if you are having violent, wild ass tendencies, seek therapy. Men, if you wondering why you're feeling identified, everybody need to get a therapist. Everybody need to learn law of attraction. Jerry and Esther Hicks, learn how to manage your vibration so you control what comes to your frequency. It is real, okay? So that's what I got to say about that. I love y'all. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.